We got up to Pasuk Gimel.
Pasuk Gimel.
Pasuk Gimel. Okay? Let's read Pasuk Gimel.
Im Olah, Carbano Min Habakar, Safar, Amin, Yagri Venu, El Patak, Ohel Moed, Yakri Oto, Nitsono, Nifne, Rashi.
Okay.
Okay, so it says that if it's an Olah, that you're bringing close.
His offering is a burnt offering.
Oh, this is a burnt, right, the Olah is the burnt offering.
Now,
It's
Min
a male
HaBoka.
cow.
Well, one second. Min HaBoka, from cattle, then what should he bring? Zachar Tomim Yakrivek. He should bring a male animal.
Yeah.
Perfect.
A perfect
Male animal, he shall bring it.
To
Where? A Pesach Omer Yakrivosoi.
that's
He
the
should
door.
bring it to the entrance of the tent of meeting.
It's in the meeting.
Right? Lirit Soinoi. To act as
So now, as a desirable, it's
Okay, now we're gonna
desirable
see.
offering.
Yes, means Lirit Soinoi to be. Rashi's going to explain what that means. Okay, to appease. As an appeasement. No, so the truth is, Lirit Soinoi can do two things. Lirit Soinoi shel HaKodesh Baruch Hu, to be accepting to the will of HaKodesh Baruch Hu, and also Lirit Soinoi to the will of the man. Meaning a person can't be forced into bringing a voluntary offering.
Free will.
Because it's voluntary.
Right? If now Hashem. Okay. Let's see the Rashi over here.
Starting with
Zochar. Right at the top. You got it there at the top of the Rashi there.
Here we go, I see it. Yep.
Zochar.
Zachar below
Nekeva.
Oh, yes.
You can't use a female. Keshehu
Omer.
Omer Zachar. That when he says
Can you show me? When the pasuk says
the
Zochar,
pasuk says male.
Lamata, below, right? Because the next way it says with regard to sheep, flock, right? It says Zochar again. It repeats Zochar. So the Torah didn't need to mention it. Because you could understand it from cattle you have to bring only a male. So similarly from sheep you also have to only bring a male.
Oh, okay. She'ain Talmud Momar Zachar.
Right? The Torah didn't need to mention it.
Right.
The Torah didn't need to mention something. Same Talmud the Torah didn't need to mention it. It's telling you Zachar, a male,
below
Tum the androgynous.
that has to be perfect, so it can't be something that is
Tum and androgynous are two.
double sex.
Yes. There's two types.
double.
Tum is an animal where you cannot. It has neither
Signs.
signs of its gender.
Right.
Neither signs. And androgynous has both. Okay? And the Gemara says actually that Tum can happen be, that means that it's nothing visible, but there is hidden underneath.
Right, so they have
So
to
there's
look,
such a thing.
they gotta
Tum
look for it.
shenikra.
They gotta look for it.
Whatever, it depends what the situation, not necessarily. But anyway, it's actually machlokes whether an androgynous, for instance, which has both, is considered a min bifnei atzmo, or is it a combination of a male and a female together? Okay, it seems that, I don't know whether nowadays b'chlal we have such a phenomenon.
We could put it right with a medical thing,
No, not necessarily.
It seems to be good.
Because both of them, tum maybe, because
Tum is the...
one that has no visible.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because really, it could be that there is hidden one or the other is hidden underneath, and it has to be
The beige, right?
Pasuk Gimel.
Well, that's the cushion.
Okay. Anyway, but anyway, either way, the Torah specifies and emphasizes it's got to be a male, and it's got to be a pure male, meaning not any half male. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Tomim.
Below the
Right, say that he doesn't need this Zachar?
No, Rashi is saying, why does the Torah need to be why Zocha? First one, Zocha tells you it has to be a male animal, a male animal and not a female. And then the Torah repeats it later on by the sheep in Pasuk Yud. Later, in Pasuk Yud, the Torah again says it's got to be Zocha. Why did the Torah need to repeat it? I've already told you over here. The answer is to emphasize a male, pure male, not a half male.
So why does it have to be a male anyway?
Oh, now that's a good point, and I was going to mention that. Thank you for reminding me. It's interesting. A burnt offering, which is a voluntary offering, is from males only. You see all the way through. Male animal. A sin offering, right, in almost all circumstances except in a regular sin offering which a person brings, is dafka from a female goat. Why is that? Now it's interesting. I mentioned yesterday that one of the, even though it's a voluntary offering, one of the reasons a person should bring a burnt offering is to atone for bad thoughts. Hirhure Avera. Okay, now it's interesting. We find this many times. Is when you have things which are male and female, right? The male is always the one who is the conceptual part of the thing, and the female is more the putting into action. Right?
So, for example,
in conception, right? The man just puts the initial semen, whatever, the seed, but he doesn't play any further role in the actual development of the child. While the mother, the child develops entirely inside the mother. And you find many things like that. The idea that the male is the conceptual input, whereas the actual development of the actual putting into action is the female. And that's what we find that many times in Chazal. So it's interesting over here. When a person has sinned, not actually sinned, but he has had bad thoughts, so basically his sin, obviously in the thoughts, has been only in thought, in concept, not in actually in action.
Impregnated the sin.
Right, not in action. His sin has merely remained in the concept stage rather than in the actual action stage. So therefore he's got to be a male father.
Right, if the sin is that he's taking a valuable time.
Whatever, right.
I mean, otherwise...
Whatever, but that's why his sin is represented in its atonement by a male. Because it's a male kind of sin. Because it's really in concept rather than actually in action. Whereas somebody who actually went ahead and did the action, the sin, he put it into action, he actually did it, he's got to bring a female. Because that's what the female represents more, that the actual putting the sin into action.
From his sin?
Not necessarily from his sin.
Or from his initiation?
Right. From his initiation, it wasn't just...
Is it worse that the woman takes over and says, right, I'm going to make something more of it?
To a certain extent, but I'm just saying that I'm using the male and female concept as the male is the instigator, right? The concept that instigates the
but she finished the story.
I understand. So similarly, in a person, when it doesn't have Avera, the thought behind it is the instigation.
Right.
And the actual carrying out of the Avera is the putting into action. So that is the instigation, the thought behind the instigation to do an Avera, the thought to do an Avera, is represented by the male. Whereas the actual putting the Avera into action, to actually doing the Avera, is represented by the female.
So the women are worse than the men?
No, I didn't say that. In where you have the combination between a male and a female, in other words,
she made more of the sin of the apple. Eating the apple than
I like that. I was thinking of that.
Yeah, she said, eat the tree. You touch it, nothing's happened to you. Eat it. You won't die.
I mean, she actually did.
The women. Yes,
on the other hand, both on the positive side, right? A man may just have the instigation to do a mitzvah, whereas the woman will put it into action.
You've got to watch your women then.
You know, okay, so I'm saying, as we had in last week's parsha, that the women were more actually putting into action, donating to the Mishkan.
Yeah,
the women were stronger in that aspect than the men.
So for good things,
The
women definitely.
women schlepp their husbands along to
So for the good things, women definitely, but for bad things, as well, more so.
and just
That was more
the
so.
concept of male against female is
With the apple, we have to work now. We have to work, sweat on our brow.
The point is the man listened to his wife.
Well, it does say, who was it? Abraham listened to, or was it Isaac listened to?
Yes,
Yeah,
Abraham listened to Sarah,
so-
exactly. So there's always
that was good.
There's
of
a
it.
positive side and a negative side. Okay?
Your views.
Now, weiter. El Pesach Oyom Eid.
Good. That is
So he's got to bring it.
Mitzapel,
The Haba
taking
also.
care of the Haba.
What does Mitzapel mean?
He's
Taking
taking care of
and
its
taking care of its bringing.
bringing the animal, bringing the offering.
The
owner-
Azara, Mahu.
Oh no, that's right. So he brings it into the courtyard.
The courtyard.
Okay.
Okay. What are we saying? What is it saying?
Ma'ona. Now, what it says?
Make
Why
it
does it say
close.
twice Yaakov? Now, Rashi's got a question as follows. The pasuk says, "Mina b'kol zochatum yakrivenu." Al Pesach Omeid Yakriv Oisol International. Now, the second time it says Yakriv, it's superfluous because it just says zochatum yakrivenu. Al Pesach Omeid Yotzim Lifnei Hashem. The words Yakriv Oisol are superfluous. Why does it say it twice Yakriv?
Oh.
Okay? Now, so Rashi goes on to explain. Ma'ona Yakriv.
Afilu, Nit Arba, Olat, Ruvain,
Olat Shimon.
Shimon, Yakrib, Kochad,
L'shem
Yishahu,
Yishuhu.
V'chein Olat, V'chulin, Yimkaru,
Hachulin.
L'sache Olot, V'harehen, Kulan,
Olot. Olot, it should be. It's just read it there.
Olot, Tikra, Kochad, L'shem, V'ishahu, Yachol, V'ilu, Nit Arba, V'sulim. So I guess.
Oh, B'she'ena Minoi.
Maybe that's the key.
Yeah, Yochel Afil and Sava B'sulin of B'she'ena Minoi.
V'she'eno mino, V'tamomar,
Yakrivenu. Okay, so let me explain.
Yeah.
Explain what Rashi's on about. First of all, Rashi says, it says Yakriv is like emphasizing. Person offered a voluntary offering, so he may think, 1 second, everything's going smoothly, fine. But if there's, now we've got into a problem now, one guy, Reuben got his carbon oil, his voluntary offering mixed up with Shimon's or whatever. So the guy was saying, oh, listen, as long as everything's going fine, I'll do it. Now it's getting complicated, it's mine, his, whatever. Forget about it. So it says, Yakriv, go ahead. If you're ready to take it upon yourself, go ahead and do it. How is he going to do it? So it's very simple. Let's say Reuben offered a bull as a voluntary offering, and Shimon offered the bull as a voluntary offering. They got mixed up. So you know what it says? Very simple.
Maybe
Reuben will say as follows: if this is mine, I'm offering it for mine. If this is Shimon's, I'm offering it on his behalf. And similarly, Shimon will do the same thing with the other one.
Okay, but the word arba is like sweet. Arba.
This arrow means it's interesting. This is a good line for Matt.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
This arrow means eruv, everything means mixed.
Oh, aruv. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? It's arev means
Oh,
to
mixed
you
up.
can get things mixed up. Right? A person in eruv means everybody's together. And arev is something guarantor, is something he mixes in,
Mix both
guarantees for something else.
Right.
However, it also says, we said when we say the Birkas HaTorah, we say ha'arev na, right? Which HaKodesh Baruch Hu make it sweet and pleasant.
Oh, yeah, but that's what
Why is that? Because the idea when food is pleasant, or everything is pleasant, means it's the correct mixture. It's the correct blend of everything together that makes it really nice.
Oh, I see. So when you give something in common, that we're positive.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, give it, yeah.
Will you go what?
It's like sweetening the offering. You know,
No,
sweetening
so
offering,
here it's not,
Savior.
but here the
Actually
why he's referring
Sweet
to.
Saviour to the Lord. Saviour.
1 second. What he's saying over here is that if Reuven's carbon nisarva got mixed up with Shimon's.
Right.
Okay.
So it's good. Okay, so you sweeten the olat.
Well, you don't really sweeten it, though. You got
and the olat of Shimon, because you put it together,
You're not really sweetening it, you're really getting it mixed up.
Oh,
But
mixed
you're using
up.
the term, when you mix ingredients, the right ingredients together, then everything is nisarev and it becomes arev, sweet.
So it says the shame in the name for in the name of who? The shame me, shahu, in the name of.
Yeah, no, he offers it up for whoever is used in the name of whoever it is. Now, then Rashi says, Yochol, I might think, Afinis Arba Bipsulim.
Where's that? Sorry,
Before, just after the way here, the Shem Mishu, you got up to there.
the shame is olad bechuli. So there's a problem.
Yeah, no, sir. V'chein oila b'chulim. Similarly, if an oila, a burnt offering, got mixed up with an ordinary animal, not a holy animal, not a sanctified animal. So what are you going to do? So you can't offer the non-sanctified, the chulin animal. You can't offer that. So you should sell it.
You should
Sell both
the
of them.
chulin because of the requirements that an ola.
You sell the chulin one for the purpose of olas. So now, which you say as follows. You got animal A and animal B. One A, let's say we don't know which one it is. One animal is the burnt offering, and the other one is an ordinary, it's a chulin. So what you're going to do is you sell, what you say as follows. I'm going to sell the chulin one, which is over here, or both of them. I'm going to sell it both the tzorcha olas. And thereby, even the chulin, its money's worth, even though the actual animal is not going to be sanctified.
Then I can buy something which is holy.
Oh, exactly. So that's what you do. So we sell both animals, and then take the money of them, and now you divide out those two. You sanctify all the money, and now you offer up a korban with all the money for two separate items. Okay.
So what do you do exactly?
Sell the chulin, and with its money, you use that money for buying olas.
Olas is.
Ola is a burnt offering. That's what we're discussing.
Right.
Okay, now.
So the one that you're sure of.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Then, so now it says, Yochel afilim mis'arva b'psul. And I think also if
Where are we now?
in
Save now the hare.
Varin kulan
In
olos.
Kulan, so that behold,
All of them are
Kulan. If they're all called Kulan,
no. Hari hein kulan. They are all of them olos.
all those are all offerings.
All burnt offerings. Now, the tikrav kol echad l'shem Yeshu, and each one is now offered for the sake of whoever is really the real owner. We don't know who is the real owner of each one, but since both of them have to offer it, so we say.
So you would think that even.
No, 1 second. Now, that is Mishu, period. Yochol afilu nis'arva b'psulim. I might think that if Reuven's.
Even the mixture.
Even if the kosher animal, the kosher korban, got mixed up with an animal that's disqualified. Give me an example, we had this before, a treifa.
Right.
Okay? Then if a kosher olah got mixed up with an ordinary animal that's treifa.
Right.
Now, so you can't say both of them are going to eventually offer up. You can't do that. Okay? You can't do the option what we said before. Right? Or b'sha'ena mino.
Or that there isn't.
It's not the same. It's not the same type. It's not the same species. For instance, Reuven donated was going to offer a voluntary offering of a bull,
Right.
and Shimon was going to offer a sheep.
Right.
But they didn't. That's going to work out.
We can certainly see the difference.
Yeah, you can see the difference. I'm just trying to think of an example. We're going to have, let's say, it's only a situation as follows. Reuven donated the korban, and he didn't remember what he donated, what he wanted to offer, whether it was a bull or a sheep. And similarly, Shimon also did the same thing.
Oh.
So besides the fact they don't remember which one is theirs, they also don't remember which one specifically they wanted. And
that's a double conundrum.
right, and you've got a problem. You can't say, well, Reuven's going to offer his for him, and also if it's not his, it may be for Shimon. Because he can only, let's say Reuven takes the ball.
Right.
Right? So on the tzaddik it's here, so you can offer it, the bull, that he originally gave a bull. But what about if he gave a bull, then Shimon gave a sheep? So he can't now make a t'nai on his bull, on this bull, to say, well, either for me or for him. Because this one of them is only, the bull is only for one of them, not for both. Right? So therefore you don't have, therefore in this case where it's mixed up with a different kind, right? Talmud lo yakri venu, you have to offer it, meaning only it, the animal itself, and not something which is not 100% the animal which she promised. It's followed.
You offer the animal itself.
Meaning, let's say Ruvain donated, he couldn't remember whatever, but in this question, let's say really, originally he wanted to donate a bull, to offer a bull as an offering. Now, he has to offer a bull, and he can't offer a sheep.
Right.
Because superior.
No, nothing to do with the fact it's superior, because this is what it was his promise. Okay, so if he said, I'm going to offer a bull, then he's got to offer a bull and not a thing. So the Akriven knew he's got to offer it and not something else.
Even though he might not remember what he was offering.
Right, then nevertheless he's still, what he originally had said, he's got to offer that, nothing else.
Oh, with other people you're going to have witnesses. You said you were going to
Whatever, have witnesses, there are no witnesses.
So maybe we can just say that he has to offer